Alright guys, so I made a post yesterday about getting a video out to you here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here, and hopefully if the weather cooperates I'll be able to do it. If it don't, I apologize. I mean, there's just nothing I can do. Just like yesterday, I was due for fungicides, had everything ready to go. Luckily I hadn't mixed it up yet, and it starts pouring the rain. It was going to rain for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then it ended up raining an inch. So you just can't never tell what's going to happen in the summertime. So we'll go over the fescue here. Obviously there is some dead spots where it got. I mean, it's smoked down there along the edge. Some of it has healed up a little bit right there. Like right there, that's gone. I have re-raked some of this, so this is what you're seeing. A lot of this, just leftover stuff. That spot's history. I got the pipe out there because my gutter's drained and it makes it even worse. So this is just a bad area to begin with. That low spot, it is a tire track, and it's also where water likes to puddle a little bit. But so out in here, it was pretty bad out in here. It is starting to get better. There's still some spots, like this. I mean, I've raked it. There is grass starting to come off of some of these brown shoots. Starting to teal a little bit right there. You can see a little bit of green on that one. So, obviously it's thinned out a little bit from where I've raked it. And I mean, it's just not going to be back like it was. Going to try to get it healed up as good as I can, and that's all I can do. Right there, water runs right there. For the most part, everything out in here is pretty well okay. There is a few spots down over there, and like again out in the shade or a shadier area. It's not shade all day, but it does get some shade. It's can't get any better. Even out in here, this is a shadier area. It's still good. Got messed up a little bit right there, and you can see this is obviously some kind of, I said it was Pythium root rot. I mean, that's what I think it is, but obviously it's something, because the pattern is just not anything like you typically see. And it all boils down to where the water comes to rest. It comes off the hill here, and it kind of flattens out just a little bit, and then down in here it runs off this way, and it comes right here, and you can see the, golly Martin, I tell you, I apologize. Forgot to turn that on silent, but you can see the pattern there, and it's starting to heal up also. Turn this phone off. So it is getting a little bit better, but we're going to try to get it healed up a little more. Out in here, there's another neighbor. It likes to sit there and watch me film. This is gone. Water runs off the driveway. It's gone. Nothing I can do about it. And all this other brown that you're seeing out in here, the major brown, it's nutsedge. Had a nutsedge farm. Sprayed it, got to spray it finally. There is some brown from the Pythium root rot out in here, but most of this is the nutsedge. You can see it there. The Smith's NXT. smokes it fast. It's just a quick burn down on it. It ain't going to end up killing it completely. It typically comes back. Solero, that is probably the best as far as actually killing it. It's just very, very slow, and I had so much of it, I wanted to get it knocked out and at least get it suppressed some. You know, it's just so much of it. And again here, shady spot, shadier spot, don't know why. Absolutely perfect. Then you start getting out into the full sun and you see it there. I think it's just the absolute heat and all the rain. You know, Pythium thrives on warm soil conditions and rain, and obviously out in the full sun, it's the soil's a whole lot hotter and warmer. So, and along the asphalt, it's even hotter. So, Kentucky bluegrass, it's done for. It's not any heat stress. It just got dollar spot really, really bad. I mean, it got it really, really bad. It's kind of embarrassing. This on the edge, it's water puddling, standing. What do you do right there? I mean, only thing I can think of is maybe a plastic edge or something. Maybe keep it from puddling up right there. But the bluegrass, it's bad, and it turns this bad this quick. Totally my fault. You know, I was treating it preventative for summer patch. I explained it, and watering the fungicide in, and it got dollar spot, and it got it bad. I did not know dollar spot would affect Kentucky bluegrass. I knew it was, you know, prone to getting it, but I didn't know it would actually hurt it this bad. And it's bad. So we'll see what happens, see if it'll heal up. Cooler weather, I imagine it'll heal up. It may not heal up completely in the fall. It might take through the winter or something. Got the nut sedge. That's nut sedge. I got it sprayed out of here. Also, it was loaded full. There's some right there. But it has been extremely rough here. Overall, besides this, the fescue, I mean, 90% of it's pretty good and in good shape. It's just a few spots, and I'll get ready to show you what I'm going to do to try to get those spots healed up as much as I can. So hang tight here. All right, before I get to showing you guys what I'm going to do here, I just want to go back over this again. I just find it's just insane. So like this gets filtered sun. It gets sun during the later part of the day. It's kind of shady now. You see it's starting to get some sun down in here, but I know a lot of you guys are going to say that this damages heat stress. There's no way this is heat stress with as much rain as what I've got here. Heat stress don't do little patches like that, or what I showed you down there. Again, it rained almost 7 inches in June, and that was more towards the middle and end of June when this started. It's rained 2.25 inches last Wednesday, and it rained 1 inch last night. So there's no way possible this is heat stress. Not with patterns and patches like that. So I just wanted to clear that up. You know, if you're going to start seeing heat stress and turf damage with that, it's going to go bluish gray first and needle up. This did not do that whatsoever. So just wanted to clarify that here. But back to what we're going to do here. You know, I have a plan. I've always had a plan of attack. I've always used liquid for the most part of the year except fall. And sometimes, you know, I have to change my plan with different circumstances, like what we've had here with the heavy rain and stuff. So this is where it's going into what I'm going to do here. God, I hate the way that looks. That is absolutely pitiful. And that's totally on me right there. I should have been doing soil applications, and I should have been doing foliar applications for dollar spot. So that's a real damn pisser right there. So what I am going to do, and I have never used this product, I have absolutely nothing against it. Being it has rained so much, there's nothing in the soil to help me get this healed up like I need to get healed up. And I think 90% of it's going to heal up, the damaged parts. I caught it quick enough. There is some, you know, still some green grass in those spots, but I need to get it going, and there's just not enough nitrogen left in the soil to get it healed up like I want to get it healed up before you know, overseeding, if I do have to do a complete overseed, which I'm hoping I don't. That's one reason why I'm trying to do this, to see what I actually got. Lord knows my yard is thick enough, it don't need overseeding, and if I can get most of this healed up, I'm not going to do it. Just maybe do some spot seeding on the real bad spots. But so that, you know, that's the plan of attack. A lot of you guys might question, well, I thought you used liquid. Well, I do. Under normal circumstances, I use liquid the whole year except for the fall, in small frequent applications. But I'm not going to go out and spray a half a pound of liquid. For one, in this heat, there's just no way. I wouldn't even do it if it was cool. Two, you're looking at over, with the 2900, you're looking at over 2 jugs of that. I've got less in this than what I would have in 2 jugs. So this is a safer alternative to, you know, putting down a bigger dose of nitrogen to get it back in the soil. Slow release, and it's cheaper. So this is a 640. This is greens grade Milorganite. So that's a 640. I wish it didn't have any of the phosphorus in it, I'll be completely honest, but you know, most organic fertilizers are going to have some phosphorus in it because poop's got phosphorus in it. But what I'm looking at is that number right there, the 6% nitrogen. I'm going to do a half a pound of nitrogen, which would be 8.5 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So something like this, or something like the Earthworks 822 or 534, whatever they got, I wouldn't have no problem using that for what I'm trying to accomplish here. So if you guys feel like if you got the same issue and you're on my guide and it's just, you know, rained a tremendous amount and hard at times like it has here, if you feel like you need to get something going to get it healed up a little bit, you know, buy you some kind of organic based fertilizer and do it. I wouldn't spread nothing, you know, don't go spray no ammonium sulfate or urea at a half a pound per 1,000. You know, find something organic that's safe for these temps. I mean, it's gonna be 92 today, and then rain. It's supposed to rain for the next 2 weeks, or a chance of thunderstorms. So yeah, I figured it'd be a good time to get this down. Obviously I I can't predict the weather, and they can't either, hardly. Just like yesterday, I was going to spray my TM 4.5 and ready to go. Luckily, I hadn't started mixing it up yet, and here comes the rain. Rains me out, so that's getting to this next point. I don't know if I'm going to film applying this or not. I just don't know. I've got 2 things I got to get done today, and I can't spray till late afternoon. I can't spray until late afternoon, and honestly, I don't want to put this down until late afternoon, because if I use my steel green, that's one thing. If I may actually just push it with a spreader. I have a Anderson's SR 2000 push spreader. I may do that. So that, if I decide to do that, that'll be late in the day also. And I just don't want to be on the grass and it's scorching hot with some kind of heavy equipment. So kind of in a predicament here as far as time goes, trying to do these applications. The best thing I would do, or what I would like to do, is spray my foliar apps, the TM 4.5, this afternoon, and then tomorrow do my soil applications when there's more of a chance of rain. So that would be you know, something like the mefenoxam or the Segway. I could do a oxystrobin in it. I would be applying my polyphosphate, my impulse, and my Adams Earth with those, but I just don't know. It's hard to try to do anything around the weather and these pop-up thunderstorms, and you guys all know that. I mean, it's a real pisser when you're trying to do something foliar like a TM 4.5, and then, you know, you spend that money, and then all of a sudden a pop-up storm comes and it washes it all away, washes it all off the leaves. I mean, it's just, you know, it's really frustrating, because there goes your money, and then there you go, you're gonna have to find more time to apply it again. As far as the soil applications of spraying, I don't care if it rains or not. It's just trying to schedule it around rain, because I damn sure don't need to run any irrigation right now. So that's the issue with that. I don't need any irrigation run on my yard. Obviously, if it rains, I can't help that, but trying to schedule that around it is a hard deal. But so that's the plan. That's what we're going to use. Again, the only thing I'm worried about in this bag is that 6% right there. I just simply don't want to put down a half a pound of M spraying or some kind of other synthetic fertilizer. It's got a little more salt content in it and stuff. But I want something that's non-burning. So if you guys are planning on, if you want to do this, you know, you need to find something organic, whether, again, it's this or regular Milorganite or Earthworks, something organic that's non-burning, and that's the claim to fame right there, non-burning. So anyway, I will try to film some of this. If I don't, I apologize. So, you know, no use to let me have it in the comments. I'm pushed for time, so we'll see what happens. But the Plant Food Company products, if you want any of those, if you want any of the Apex seed, the Apex Blue should be coming out towards the end of July. It's primetimefescue.com. The loan guide's on there. All the fungicide apps are on there. You know, I still follow those to a T. I think, personally, I don't think you could get much better of a guide, quote, guides, for those apps. Obviously, I am having to run some Pythium control besides the phosphate, because that's what I got, some Pythium root rot, and I want to make sure that is done and fixed. So, but it's primetimefescue.com. Appreciate the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe on this video, and we'll see you in the next one.